Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I just want to talk about this BRT project. Now, when this project started along Thika Highway, so many of us were optimistic that this will help reduce the traffic congestion along Thika Highway, as many people will opt to use the BRT system instead of using their cars or the matatus. And this was a good project. Many Kenyans were waiting passionately for it to complete. And most of us YouTubers were optimistic. That's why we made these videos, because we saw like actually Kenya was growing or Nairobi was actually developing. But several months down the line, the project has remained just nothing. Nothing is working yet. And even though these are old videos that I used on my previous YouTube video, I've traveled through Thika Highway several times, and I can tell you nothing has changed apart from the construction of the bus stop waiting area, pavilion, and stuff like that. Nothing much has changed. Actually, they marked the innermost lanes of the Thika Highway, and to say the least, that is as much as the project has gone. Now, most of the research I've done shows that the project is delayed or stopped due to lack of funds. They said that the project still needs 3 billion to be completed, and that is yet to be availed. So I don't know what will be the next status of the project. Will it continue? Will it be discarded? Will the amount of billions that has already been used be just a waste of money? We are yet to know that. But let me tell you a little bit about the project. So the BRT was a 5.6 billion Kenyan shillings Nairobi Bus Rapid Transport, otherwise known as BRT system, connecting Kasarani with the Kenyatta National Hospital area through Nairobi via Thika Highway. So the main theme of the project was that the innermost lanes of Thika Highway. Remember, Thika Highway has 3 to 4 lanes in most parts of the highway. So the main idea was to take the innermost lanes of the highway and uh, set those aside for the BRT or the bus rapid transit, the buses that will use the lanes. So this was meant to actually help people get to work faster and commute between Nairobi to Kasarani and Kenyatta National Hospital faster, avoiding traffic because the lanes would have been set apart specifically for the buses. And this would have worked in such a way that most of these waiting areas for people alighting and boarding was placed near the footbridge, so that people used the footbridge to cross the road to the innermost section of the highway, then wait for the bus, board the bus all the way to their destination. So, and it was going to be cheaper because most matatus and most buses just charge prices as they want, depending on the time of the day and the condition. For example, a place that normally costs average of 50 shillings can go up to 200 shillings, depending on whether it's raining or whether it's rush hour. So most of the times I feel like commuters are always overcharged because they have no other option. We don't have any other option to choose from. So this was going to be a good project because many of us would have used this instead of using the matatus, and it looked like it would have been safer, it would have been faster, and it would have been convenient. But then the problem is that the project has never gone anywhere, and by the look of things, I think it will be a long time before this project can be completed, if it will ever be completed. And it's a very sad thing because, like I said, 3 billion is yet to be availed, but approximately 1.6 billion, no, 2.6 billion has already been used. So if the project never sees the light of day, it will mean 2.6 billion Kenyan shillings was just wasted or flushed down the toilet like that. And this is how our government wastes money most of the time. My conclusion in this issue is that I really hope the project can be completed. Most of us Kenyans are fed up with the matatus and all the craziness that comes with it, and we really hope that the government can start investing in these other alternatives. It doesn't mean that the government has to do away with the matatu sector, but at least give us commuters alternatives or options. They can have trains, they can have these bus rapid projects and trams and stuff like that. I mean, for how long are we going to continue using matatus, and for how long are we going to continue using lawless matatus in our roads? At some point we have to move forward. We can't remain like this forever. And Thika Highway was a good point to start with because it had so many lanes. It was easy to set up the innermost part of the highway because it has at least some space in the innermost part of it. All it involved was just to create those boarding areas around a footbridge or create a footbridge, and it was going to be easy and set aside the innermost lanes because Thika Highway has so many lanes, and it would have worked. And this is something that I would have supported. But right now, I don't know. Is it corruption? Is it change of the government since it's not Uhuru's government anymore? For those who know anything about this matter, let me know. Why do you think the government has decided to take a back seat in terms of completion of this project? Isn't it a priority anymore or something like that? So comment below. Thank you guys for always watching my video. Remember, I make these videos so that we can talk about these things, and I know some way along the line solutions can come up, because I know there are some important people who watch these videos and they're like, this guy is speaking sense. We really need to do something because, as I've said, guys, 2.6 billion has already been used on the project. So going back on the project will mean that 2.6 billion that can used to feed people who are dying of hunger and something like that, or build lower housing projects or something like that, or build even roads in other parts of the country, just goes down the drain. And if we decide to complete the project, which is the best way to go, it can help a lot of people. So since in Swahili they say maji ukiyavulia nguo ni sharti uyaoge, I think they should just finish the project. And I hope cartels and corruption people are not the reason why this thing. In Kenya, there is always a problem that when the government wants to bring a solution to something that is stressing locals, cartels always come around and cartels always try to make sure it doesn't work, so that they can continue providing their other expensive, like let's say water. If a government wants to provide cheap water in a certain area and cartels who have been providing waters and selling it expensively realize the government is going to provide cheap water and they will no longer be in business, they go and eat with the people in government, corruption gets in, and at the end of the day the project will never see the light of the day. And it's always in a way that funds are not there, or funds will not be provided, or project is what and this and that. So at the end of the day, we citizens end up suffering by using things that cartels provide that are way expensive than what we would have gotten when the government did what it wanted to do. And I really love Kenya so much, and I hope Kenya can develop and move forward with such projects like these ones instead of always staying backward. We can't use matatu and the lawlessness that comes with it forever. You can't go in any developed country and find this type of matatus we have in Kenya. You can't. They use trams, they use subways, they use trains, they use everything else organized. If it is buses, even if it's matatus, it is organized, it is clean, the fare are strict, and it's safe. And to be a developed country, we have to realize this, and we have to do this. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, please be sure to like and subscribe, comment. I'll be bringing you more content. Of late, I've been so low at posting new content, so I'll be bringing you more and more content. I hope you guys will enjoy. Thank you guys for always supporting me. And please join and become my member. It helps me make more content. Okay, thank you. Bye.